Joining us now is OjyOkpe with stories trending around the world. Hello, Ojinika.
Good morning, Dr. Bati. How are you this morning?
Good morning.
It's Christmas Eve. It is Christmas Eve,
yes,
isn't it?
Is.
Ayo, how are you this morning?
I'm doing well.
Are you hanging in there?
I'm hanging in there.
No dirty December for you. Good morning, Rufy on fire. No, yesterday I was part of the dirty December, but I really started it yesterday at the Tony Elumelu all-white party.
Yeah,
it was beautiful, really grand. Yeah. Always amazing to see the stunning performances of Flavor, Whiskey, Davido, Burna Boy. You know I love Flavor. That's why
I just gave you a little,
Yeah, it's good that Tony Elumelu and his family, it's great that they welcome people to their home and beautiful party. Always a nice time, really. Well, Dr. Bati, you were trending. Kudos with your interview. You did the interview now.
Ruby.
The media chat with the president. Ancestor. The media chat with the president.
Interviewed all the presidents post.
Absolutely.
1999.
Ruby, you have to tell me about it later.
Can I be your hype man?
Yeah.
Oh, the president referred to him as Ruby.
All right. What does that
Ladies
mean?
and gentlemen.
Is that inside baseball? You have to tell us what that means.
I present to you ancestors.
I know somebody else that calls you Ruby.
And today's their anniversary, so happy anniversary.
Is it really? Well, all right. Oh, congratulations. I'm always excited. Well, all right. It's Christmas Eve. Merry Christmas, everyone. Well, good morning to you viewers. Let's begin what's trending. With reactions trailing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's first presidential media chat, which took place on Monday at his residence in Bourdillon, Ikoyi, Lagos. The president highlighted why some of his reforms are necessary for the development of Nigeria, including the removal of fuel subsidy, which he says he has no regret removing. The president also described recent stampede that has claimed the lives of over 70 Nigerians as a grave error by the organizers, adding that he has been sharing palliatives in his Lagos residence for 25 years without an incident.
It is good to give. I have been given out foodstuffs, commodities, including envelopes and Bourdillon for the last 25 years. I've never experienced this kind of incident because we are organized, prone to discipline, and if you know you don't have enough to give, don't attempt to even give or publicize it. Is the question. Every society, even in America, they have food banks. They have hungry people. In Britain, they have food bank. They have warehouses. They are organized. They take tokens to be in line and take turns to to collect. It's unfortunate. We just have to. It's a reflection in our bus stops where we don't even want to be on queue before we rush into the vehicle. It is very sad, but we continue to learn from our mistakes. To me, I see this as a very grave error on the part of the organizers.
All right, reactions have trailed. Let me take this reaction. This person wrote, I absolutely agree that the organizers should take responsibility for poor execution. However, it is a reflection of how hungry people are now. On the other side, Bourdillon has no poor people. Go to Ikoyi and try it now. But Nigerians reacted because obviously we've seen those videos, where the president, had been doing his Christmas donations on Bourdillon. And, I'll pull up this video exactly 2 years ago, in December 2022, showing the palliative distribution by President Tinubu.
Sitting in this house. Look at beggars. Beggars in front of Tinubu's house, December 24th, 2022. Isn't this just crazy? Crazy! In front of Tinubu's house. And I'm driving. I'm not walking.
All right, the president is right. There's not been any deaths, no stampedes. But when we talk about organization, this is the sort of thing that we're talking about. I think, Rufai, you mentioned yesterday where, we showed the video on Awolowo Road, the same sort of incident where people are just out there, unorganized, on the main road. This is not organization. And, it speaks to a lot of things. Nigerians have also reacted to the, maybe the insensitive way in which he reacted to the deaths of people, even though he commiserated with them. And this is from Gambino, who wrote, "This is incredibly disgraceful, even for him. He's really talking about 35 plus dead kids like this. Lacks empathy and any emotional intelligence. It is well with us. We elected people who place no value on lives. Oh, and the organizers should go to jail." Obviously, we know that the president cares about Nigerians, and you saw that in his statement when the incident occurred. But you can't blame Nigerians. They have a right to their opinion, and this is how they feel. Emphasis should be placed on the loss of lives. And he's absolutely correct. The organizers, too, should be blamed. Ayo.
Yes, I did express the same sentiment earlier today, that I thought he could have responded better to the question around the stampedes. Yes, he started off after Dr. Bati had commiserated with him on the loss of lives following the stampedes in the 3 locations in Nigeria. But his statement afterwards, was immediately, people should organize better, and then saying that if you don't have money, don't go out and do these outreaches. The most important thing is that 70 Nigerians lost their lives. For whatever reason it is, let's deal with that. But your tone, your expressions must not be first, let the people sort themselves out. Should be, it is a day of national mourning. I sympathize. It should never happen again. And because of this, there will be certain policies to ensure crowd control when people want to, exercise or do these philanthropic activities. That's what the messaging should have been like. And that's why I said maybe if he had a speech, maybe, someone had briefed him, he would have been able to manage that question a bit better. He's been known to be very frank, so maybe he just gave his frank answer. With regards to organization, I totally agree. We've seen palliative drives done properly, but the truth is that we should just thank God that nothing has happened in the last few years when they've done that in Bourdillon, because we've seen how chaotic. The thing about stampedes is that it usually starts out like this, but a small trigger would make people start scrambling, and then it's right on the road. So that's what we should see. So what I'm hoping is that the unfortunate deaths and the loss of lives that could have been avoided would trigger policy, would trigger a better organization with government support to ensure that people know the right protocols to adhere to when they want to do this. We shouldn't discourage giving. It is a big part of who we are, and it should be encouraged.
Absolutely, Ayo. Well, we've also, before I come to you, Dr. Abati, we've seen some successful distribution of palliatives this Yuletide season, all over the weekend in Delta State. Renowned philanthropist Tony Elumelu donated 1,800 bags of rice to the people of OjyOkpe in Aniocha North local government area of the state, his hometown, to celebrate Christmas. While recipients of the donation, including the Ede of OjyOkpe, Steve Osakwe, expressed gratitude for the gesture and reflected on the immense contribution of the renowned banker towards the development of his community, Nigeria, Africa, and the world at large. I mean, this was beautiful to see that, it was just within this whole period of the donation, 1,800 bags of rice. And it's not the first time that we are seeing it. But you see, it was inside, a community. It was really organized. And also kudos to Tony Elumelu as well. Really? He keeps giving, a great philanthropist, even with his Tony Elumelu Foundation. It's nice to see that this actual process can be organized seamlessly in the manner in which it was done in Delta State. Dr. Abati.
Okay, 2 things. We thank Mr. Tony Elumelu for the goodwill, the joy that is spreading at Christmas season. It's not the only one. There are many other persons, philanthropists, public-spirited persons, who want to make sure that as many people as possible know that it is Christmas. Because we have found ourselves in a situation worldwide, not just in Nigeria, where the poor may not know it is Christmas. So it is people like Elumelu and others who remind people that it is Christmas and it is a season to spread joy. Now, the other leg of it was the question about what President Tinubu said. I asked that question as the first question, as a moderator. I don't think we should get lost in translation and in selective amnesia. Nigerians are very forgetful people. It's very easy to lose memory. Now, you will recall that when the incident in Ibadan happened, the presidency issued a statement. I read that statement right here on the show. Yeah. Yes. So in that statement, the president said, look, this is an issue about organization and crowd control, and he was appealing to organizers of events to take better care. He also talked about the security agencies, getting involved in managing the crowd. He also talked about state governments at the state level, paying more attention to the events that are being organized around Christmas. You'll recall that on this table, we made the point that, look, some of these buildings where they hold these events don't even have security checks. They don't have proper exits. Building control is a problem in Nigeria. So I think at that level, you cannot argue with that. And at that time, the president commiserated with the affected persons. He did so again yesterday. But look, the main point of it is that there is hunger in the land. And that was why I returned to the question. And he said, look, he's bringing in 2,000 hectares. He went to Brazil and all that. And I've said it again on this program this morning, that it's not just for the federal government to address hunger problems. State governments also have a responsibility. I cited the example of the governor of Niger State, Bago, who goes by the epithet Farmer Bago, and also Governor Zulu. In other words, at the level of what has happened, nobody is happy about it. Nobody in this country should die as a result of hunger. Absolutely. Because under Chapter 2 of the Constitution, I mean, you have the right to eat. Yeah. But, we have hunger in the land. I don't think it's a thing that should be personalized. As for whether the president said, he's been giving out palliatives for 25 years. Well, the truth of the matter is that nobody has ever died in front of his house. Yes. But whether in front of his house or anywhere, Ikoyi or anywhere, nobody in this country should die because they want to collect rice. Absolutely. We have been saying it, this should not be a palliatives economy. Absolutely. This should be an economy that is focused on the welfare and security of every Nigerian. And whether you are an event organizer or an ordinary citizen or a security man, we all must be safe. I don't want anybody dropping on a Awolowo road because maybe tomorrow now somebody will bring 5 kg. It's 5 kg. 5 kg rice. We saw it on Awolowo road. The same sort of palliative distribution that the president has been doing.
So, for Mr. President, we thank God that nothing of such happened in front of Bourdillon. But trust me, that is palliative distribution is not well organized, and it could have been a crime scene and a disaster because those people are on the road. All you just need was for somebody's brake to fail. A lot of people have been crushed. So please, going forward, now that he's president, he should organize it better. That's just it. And now that we are all raising concern. Secondly, Oji, it will happen again. And I said that the other day. See, Oji, you know why I don't like to deceive myself? Culture will use strategy for breakfast. I say that a lot. A lot of people don't know the meaning. You cannot change culture with strategy. Yeah. It's not done. Right. Nigeria does not have a culture of crowd control. That's just it. Even if in big events, they do have a culture of crowd control. Yeah. And the IG, it's not also good for him to say blanketly, people should not give. No, it's Christmas period, festive period. People, even in developed nations, people still give food to people.
Right, all right.
The question is, how do we manage it effectively?
Fantastic.
That's just it.
Fantastic.
As regards the presidential media chat, there were many things, yes, that left unsaid and all of that. But I think one part we're also missing. It's not just by bringing tractor. Like you bring in 155 million tractor, it will not move forward. You need to be able to create a value chain with food. A value chain that doesn't make the middleman up the price of food. A value chain that has an effective storage system. Most of the government silos have been privatized off. And you want food security. A government that doesn't have silos, doesn't have place to kick. And that's why when they say we have strategic grain reserve, it doesn't really go far because we're not keeping enough food.
All right, all right.
Also, if the president said they are bringing tractors, why don't they rehabilitate or inject financial capability in the companies that were making tractors in this country. Steyr used to be in Bauchi. That's what we keep saying. That's why I say we didn't get a lot of details on president. We want a president that is articulate, that cerebrally knows how to re-engineer a sector. Rather than going to be tractor from abroad, Steyr, give them orders to bring, it produces the local ecosystem, is engine and wheeled again. That's what we're talking about a country.
All right, again, it's about implementing great crowd control measures like we talked about yesterday, you know, even involving the National Orientation Agency. Absolutely. So Nigerians will understand, you know, how to actually react with these sort of distributions. I mean, again, kudos to Tony Elumelu for that well-organized distribution in Delta State. Again, may those that have departed, may their souls rest in peace. Well, let's head over to Kaduna State now, where the state governor, Uba Sani, attended the Christmas Carol organized by the Kaduna chapter of the Christian Association of Nigeria and urged residents to live in peace, love, and unity for the overall progress and development of the state. The governor, who is Muslim, is attending the Christmas Carol for the second year since he assumed office. He said he attended the Carol to celebrate with Christians because when he took the oath of office, he promised to treat everyone equally, irrespective of their religious, tribal, or political affiliations. The governor also advised residents of the state to shun ethnic and religious antics.
Our government will be anchored on the principles of fairness, justice, and equity. Made it clear to everyone that we are going to treat everyone equally, irrespective of religious, tribal, or political affiliation. That is why we are here today. And I can assure you, there can never be development without peace. And I'm happy, and I want to thank you. Since I was elected, we have not experienced one single problem of either communal, religious, or tribal. That is why I made it clear to all of you when we came into power that I'm governor for everyone. Everyone that lives in Kaduna, whether you're a Muslim, you're a Christian, for me, is something that we should always celebrate.
No, kudos to Governor Uba Sani. This is the second time we are seeing him do this sort of integration. It's so beautiful to see.
Very beautiful, and it means that he's going to continue the tradition. Yes. And this is what a number of people in Kaduna State have said they missed during the last administration. That big statement, I'm a governor for everyone. Just this positioning is powerful messaging for both the southern and northern parts of Kaduna to see that we are one and we can come together irrespective of our religious beliefs to stand as one people. Very powerful, and kudos to the governor.
Absolutely. Kudos, Governor Uba Sani. Well, in Lagos State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu on Monday launched the first ever Lagos Shopping Festival, a 72-hour non-stop shopping and entertainment experience at the Mobology Johnson Arena in Onikon. The festival, running from December 23rd to the 25th, is described by organizers as Africa's largest of its kind, blending commerce with creativity and entertainment. Well, during the event, the governor thrilled the crowd, dancing to Wasiu Ayinde Marshall's hit song, Eyonu See Me. Let's take a look. Lagos rising. I mean, you know, only yesterday, Dr. Mati weren't here. We still played Governor Sanwo-Olu dancing. I mean, he's becoming the next dancing governor. But I mean, the festival, everything is doing absolutely amazing.
Anybody you know see me? Iyonu Ọlọ́run ọba. Iyonu Ọlọ́run ọba. To talk about Governor Uba Sani, I think he did well in the spirit of Christmas, going to a carol event and identifying with Christians. I hope that by next year, when he does the same thing, in the spirit of inclusion and togetherness and the spirit of the season, that he will come to and sing some of the carol songs. There was one governor who was doing Hallelujah. Okay,
yes,
was it the same?
It was a Niger State governor.
Okay. And I thought that was really beautiful.
Yes.
But we like to see this, our governors identifying and showing the people that, look, religion does not need to divide us. It's supposed to unite us.
Absolutely.
And that is the spirit.
I love it.
As for Governor Sanwo-Olu, Eko for sure.
Eko for sure.
He's the Lagos boy.
Eko for sure. Well, you know what? Well, let's take this story highlighting the heartwarming moment. High life musician Flavor visited his alma mater, primary school in Enugu, on Monday. Let's take a look.
Hello, students. Hello, students. My real name is Chinedu Okoli, but you guys know me as Flavor. I was once a student of Acharala Primary School many years ago. I was once like you. I started here. And one thing that helped me was me listening to my teachers, okay? If you want to succeed, you have to focus and always listen to your teacher and do as they say. Make sure you do your assignments and make sure you are a good student, okay?
Such a beautiful, beautiful video. It's that sort of interaction. It's not just about distribution. It's not about just giving physical handout. It's also that sort of motivation when you go and, motivate people and try to encourage them to be great citizens of Nigeria. I mean, I love that gesture. Well, all right, we'll take another story now. The Federal High Court in Abuja on Monday directed the Nigerian police to either arraign Olumide Thomas, the activist who cursed at Sheyi Tinubu, son of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, within 48 hours or release her unconditionally, declaring her prolonged detention a violation of her fundamental rights. Olamide, who's a nurse, was arrested for calling for the death of Sheyi Tinubu on social media. She was arraigned on a 3-count charge bordering on cyberbullying. She was among the protesters arrested by the police on October 20th during the rally to commemorate the 4th anniversary of NSAS at the Lekki toll gate in Lagos. The activist was also accused of insulting the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, and police spokesperson Muyiwa Adejobi in a Facebook video recorded after her arrest. Dr. Bati, I took this story. Unfortunately, we couldn't, elaborate on it. So it's great to see an update that, the Federal High Court in Abuja is insisting that they either, arraign her or release her immediately, really quickly.
Okay, first, cursing is not
Absolutely
a
not.
criminal offense. Under the Nigerian Criminal Code. I think the interpretation is that these are swear words. Although, from a moral angle, when I saw that video, I was wondering how a woman will go to that extent to place curses on the president's son, place curses on the president, the Inspector General of Police. I mean, it's morally distasteful. However, the police arrested her. The first thing was that she was arrested in Lagos and taken to Abuja. That looks like a case of abduction, as if she was being arrested for a crime. Absolutely untidy as the things she said. In fact, I find the causes really offensive. And I wonder about the upbringing of some of these people, who just go on social media and abuse other people. So maybe they will charge her for cyberbullying, whatever, under which exists under the laws. The second thing is that the story says our uncle was first arrested in a place. Now, there's no section of the Nigerian law that says that a third party must be arrested in order to produce the other person. It is the man or the woman who has committed the crime or the offense or the misdemeanor who should be arrested. Not you can't go and commit something now, and they will say because I come to Arise News and I sit at the same table with you, then they will say if you grab Ruben Abati, he will produce the other person. The law does not work like that.
But they do it very well in Nigeria, which is
it is wrong.
It is wrong.
Now the third thing is that is the point made by Justice Lehman. You know, Justice Lehman was saying this person should be arraigned. What the law says is that if you are arrested within 48 and 72 hours, you must be taken to court. Right? Section 35 of the Constitution, Section 36 of the 1999 Constitution. You must know your offense. It must be spelled out to you in the language that you understand. You must be taken to a court within the jurisdiction of where you committed the offense within 72 hours. And you must be allowed to have a lawyer to defend you. Now, you can't just grab somebody from Lagos, take the person to Abuja, and after 72 hours, the person is still languishing in jail. Now, what the judge has said is that, look, this person must be taken to court within 72 hours or freed, because this is a fundamental human rights enforcement. But I think there's another leg to the case, which they say is criminal, apart from the civil part of it. You know, maybe that's the cyber crime that they are talking about. But the person who has committed whatever offense must have a day in court, and she must be given the right, you know, to defend herself fairly and justly. So this will speak to the kind of violations that we have seen on the part of the police in recent times.
Yes.
Abusing people's rights routinely. No matter how distasteful I find Olamide Thomas's vituperations on social media, I think she still deserves fair hearing.
Absolutely. Talking about the police in Rivers State, though, a video has surfaced online showing 4 police officers assaulting a young man for allegedly wearing camouflage-style trousers. Let's take a look if we have that video.
When I'm supposed to ask them what happened? Because then we are this thing. They don't give me a call. I know, sir. I said you go. Chairman, leave the house. Come out to yell.
What type of thing is this?
I mean, it's just the level of madness that goes on in this country in general, and you can see the greatest purveyors, the police. And when people say it now, they say, "Oh no, it's not us." But who is doing this? Just like the police went to arrest somebody in the Kwara the other day, and the police IG was saying Amuwa alone. Anyway, I'm sure he's gotten the memo that it's not Amuwa alone, that it's Amuwa police. Because that's the level of madness that goes on. I also want to segue to the case Dr. Abati was talking. Dr. Abati, yes, it's in bad taste that that woman went out cursing. But the truth is, and she cursed because she was in a place of pain.
Something was done to her.
Something was done to her.
She said she was shot.
No,
You
she
get-
during the incident.
Yeah, tear gas.
But she
So she
actually
cursed
said
because she was in a
shot.
place
Yes,
of
she said she
pain.
was shot, yeah.
But please, I do not support her cursing that way. But the high-handedness as which she was picked up. Because we have a lot of these paid surrogates. If I open pages on social media, anything you say that doesn't agree with President Tinubu, that's what they curse words, political surrogates. So the police
Maybe you should report
will claim that they don't say, if you report, the police answer you, are you IG? So that's, you see, that's the inequity in our society. That's why our society is the way it is. It doesn't move forward. They are so quick to go and arrest her because they have the power. It's just a case of African China. Rich man waste money. They're not going to see him face for crime fighter. The police can quickly go and pull a woman from her location and arrest her because they have the power. Just like they went to arrest the man. Even when the man, and Ayo, the funny thing about that Kwara case is, when the man was arrested, it got to a point, the man said, I can pay you the 220,000 I owe you. They said they were not going to let the man go unless the person that told them to go and arrest him comes. So it's the level of high-handedness you see, just like these police officers. I think they should fish them out. And Mr. Muyiwa Adejobi should not come and now tell us that we are working on this. We must see full justice meted out on these police officers.
That's why I thought it was important to highlight
and that's
that.
just it.
All right. Should we take another trending story? Well, this story has gone viral. Some Nigerians on social media have tackled the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, over his projection that all federal roads will be motorable this Christmas. Umahi spoke back in October in Coro, the Ondo State capital, during a town hall meeting organized by the Ministry of Works. Well, let's take this reaction. This is from Sizzle, who wrote, "Today is December 23rd. It is 48 hours to Christmas Day. In October, the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, promised that all federal roads will be motorable by Christmas. How far with this promise now? Have all the roads been fixed?" I mean, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. You know,
most of them are deplorable. You see, you know, they call it the East-West Road, that road that comes into Asaba. That federal highway.
We talked about it.
It's in a deplorable. I still traveled on that road on Saturday. I was going into Akukubo. The road is shambolic. In fact, it was so bad, Oji, that a truck got stuck in the middle of the road and it was just left there. So if you want to, a federal highway, you have to navigate beside the truck in the middle of the road.
All right.
The road is terrible. I know that one for a fact.
All right, I know that there's another promise that he has made, though, and I'm hoping that. Okay, go ahead.
By saying that maybe if he's really serious about the promise, have a channel where people can report directly bad roads and immediately fix it. So a lot of people have been complaining about it. Power of social media, you can take a picture like what you're talking about, the road you passed, and say, okay, sir, this road has not been fixed. So if you have already given the contract to someone, they did not do the work. I think that would really help citizenship, you know, active citizenship, and also helping him to actually.
Also, maybe he hasn't gotten all the documents that he needed to complete. But Christmas is the time we need this to happen.
24 hours.
From Shagam, from that Shagam Bini Expressway up the way
go and report to Dave Umahi.
I said in 24 hours anything can happen. But let me just tell you another. Let me tell you another. Another promise that he made. He said, the 20 kilometers of the Lagos-Calabar coastal road is set for inauguration by May 2025, complete with solar lights, security, and cameras. We're hoping that will happen by May. All right, let's head over to the... Kudos, well, all right. Yeah, let's head over to the United Kingdom now, where Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi has opened a temporary shop where poor families can get free food for Christmas. The shop, which is called Alex Press, is located in Canning Town in East London, where the footballer was raised. Well, in an interview with the BBC, Iwobi said his parents are his role models and inspired him to be selfless since he was a young man.
Hey guys, Alex Iwobi. Welcome to Alex Press, my shop, hosted by me in Canning Town, where I was raised for my primary school years. People, families, they're gonna come in, gonna select a drink, also stuff for the house. There's different foods that they can take. And then by the end of it, the finishing touch, there's a turkey. We like to do something every Christmas to try and give back. Here we're creating my own AliExpress little mini mart to try and give out food to families that are not able to go and get food for their families for Christmas. If I can help celebrate a great Christmas, why not? Just seeing how my parents are, like, I've always seen them give back. And with that as like role models, it's just made me feel like when I get in a position where like I am today, or even if I was in less of a position, I always try to do my best to give back and help out the less fortunate or people that are not able to eat.
Merry Christmas! Oh, Merry Christmas, man! Merry Christmas!
Congratulations, Alex Iwobi. Well-organized distribution. Well organized. Kudos to him. I love that philanthropic effort. Dr. Bati.
Well, God bless Alex Iwobi, Fulham star.
Yes.
Super Eagles superstar.
Yes.
Represented Nigeria very well at AFCON 2024. And now he's giving back to society.
I love it.
Running a mini-mart in Canning Town. He calls it Alex Price, giving opportunities. One of the persons in that video said he lives on benefits.
Yes.
And those people also deserve to have Christmas.
Well, congratulations to Alex Iwobi. Great news, good news report. Fantastic. Well, you guys, it's Christmas Eve. I hope that you all plan your Christmas day, and by tomorrow we'll have some something special for our viewers.
Tomorrow we'll be at this table.
Yes, I hope we have something special for our viewers. Well, I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.